Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Frank DiMatteo.
How you
What's
doing,
up,
bro?
Frank?
I'm
How
good,
you
man.
doing, man?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing great, man.
Good,
You
good,
know,
good,
got a
good,
lot of great things going in the future, and I'm excited, man.
good, good.
So, as a young man, what was it like growing up around this influence of the mob life around you? Was that like what you wanted to do as a young man, or like what was it like for you?
Hey, listen, uh, I grew up as a really young boy in it. So, these guys, at 4, 5, 6 years old, it's normal to you. So I didn't see no different. It wasn't like I could compare it to anything. I thought everybody was like these guys, the same mannerisms, the same, look. So I thought it was normal. I didn't think. I think it was about 10 years old when I really started reading and hearing, and then there's really gangsters, and these guys around me, my father, are real gangsters. They're not, things you read or hear. That's when I really picked up on it, that it was different and unique. And these guys were really, they were unique, that Gallo crew. So it was an experience that I grew up in, and a love that you keep on growing into, because when I became old enough to do anything with these guys, I knew them since babies already. So they weren't strangers I was with. I was with uncles, pretty much so.
Yeah.
So I flowed pretty easy into it. You know.
Is there any situations that stand out to you, like where you were like, holy shit, like damn, this is pretty serious?
Well, when I was 6, Joey Maggs got killed in front of me, but uh, I was coming out of with my mother. I was coming out of a building on 4th Avenue, Union Street, and my mother saw some friends on the corner. She recognized them all. There was an argument, and they wound up killing the guy in the corner. But to me, it was the cops and robbers. It didn't phase me anyway, because it wasn't real. It didn't even look real. It was pop pop, guy laying on the floor. Oh, okay.
Your mom's like, let's go,
Yeah,
right? Let's get out of here.
grabbed me and ran. That's it, exactly. Grabbed me
Yeah.
and ran, and and they didn't talk too much about it. And then when I got a little older, then I found out who Joe Maggs was and what happened and the whole story, and but never affected me.
What did they end up killing him for? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, Joey Maggs was with Joey and Larry Gallo, and they were trying to. There was a lot of arguments going on at the time. Joey was trying to break away from the Bafaccis at the time, and this guy Fontana, he was a skipper. He was on the corner, and he was supposed to be helping Joey, Joey Gallo's side, and Joey Maggs, I think it was Punchy, was in a car. They rolled up on him, and Joe Maggs, started, get into a debate. Joey didn't think that he was doing the right thing, showing his support to Joey, and I think it was his brother. I think it was this Fontana's brother was his bodyguard, and I think it got a little rough, and the brother wound up shooting Joe Maggs on the street, and that's why it happened.
If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when Gallo got killed?
17, 16, 17. Yeah.
So you went to the funeral.
Sure. I went to the funeral. We all went to the funeral. Everybody who was in that crew went to the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 17 when Joey got killed. Yeah.
So on the neighborhood, was there always stuff going on in the neighborhood?
Always, South Brooklyn was a very active neighborhood. It's a longshoreman neighborhood. It was always, it was off the docks. All the piers were there. So a lot of action always in that neighborhood. And everything's always falling off the trucks or coming off the docks. It was a very lucrative area. So you always had some store. And don't forget, the neighborhood was, I would say, 90% Italians and Spanish. Got along very well together. And there was clubs every other block. There was social clubs, bars, social clubs. So there was always some kind of square coming off those docks, and a lot came off those docks those days. I mean, I don't know how they didn't go out of business, because I think more came off the docks than they delivered. So you go any store or any club, and you see a guy in the back room's got stuff from the docks. So it was very lucrative, the neighborhood.
Did the Gallo crew get along with the Zips?
There was no zips down there when we were there. Zips came over a little later with the Carmine Galente. There was no zips down there. It was
So Carmine's the one that brung him over
yeah,
when he had him as bodyguards and all that stuff.
yeah, pretty much the Banano guys. But
Yeah.
no, we got no zips. I mean, you had some real Italians, you know what I mean, that were really off the boat, but they weren't zips, not like that. You had all four, or maybe five crews were in South Brooklyn. Every other block was a club, a Banano club, a Lucchese club, a Genovese club, Bafacci club. Everybody got along. Long as there was nothing going on, no beefs going on, everybody got along because you had to make money. These guys are hooligans. You got to make money. That was the whole key here, is to make money. So if you had swag and you can't get rid of it, you're going to go to the next hooligan to get rid of it. And that's how these guys intermingled all the time. So you guys see Joey Gallo's guy talking to a Gambino on the corner of Union Street. Of course, because we got the swag, he's got the connect, he's got the fence. So
yeah.
It's very common to see guys intermingle, unless there was a beef going on, then it'd be a different story. But it was common to see guys together in the neighborhood.
Why was Joey Gallo's 10-year-old stepdaughter out with them in Umberto's at 4:30 in the morning?
Because they're nuts. That's why. Because they're nuts. These they weren't great parenting. I mean, these guys, the 70s, early 70s. Joey was not, the most normal guy in the world. He was very forceful. If he says he wants to go out 4:30, the girl was 10 years old. She wasn't 2 years old. But it was too late. It was a bad mistake. They made a mistake. But they're partying, they're drinking, they're celebrating a birthday. It wasn't just a regular night. They took the girl out, to a discotheque with them. It was a bad move. But it happens.
If he didn't go there, he would have been good, right?
Well, I mean, there was an open hit on Joey. So if it didn't happen there, it could have happened the next day. It could have happened in front of the club. It could have happened, but something's going to happen. I'm not saying.
Did they try before? Have they tried before?
Oh, sure. They tried before he went to jail. In the 60s, they tried to kill him 2-3 times. And then in jail, they tried to kill him. And then when he got out fighting with Joe Colombo, there was an open hit on Joey from, then when Joe Colombo got shot, then another open hit on Joey Gallo. So it was always walking on a tightrope. But Joey had no fear, Gallo, and he says that they didn't have the balls to come after him, and it was wrong. But he had no fear.
I want to talk about Mondo, man. We talked about him before a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the day that they came around with the lion cub, put him in the basement, man?
Yeah. Well, I tell that story. What happened was, Mondo had a club on Pleasant Street.
So Mondo ran his own club?
Yeah. Mondo had a club. Boy had a club. Blast had a club. Joey had a club. There was 5. I think it was 5 clubs on the block facing each other. The whole upper Pleasant Street was all Gallows was owned by that whole crew. So Joey, somebody called, I think guy Georgie called up Joey Gallo and said that he had a monkey. And Joey said, yeah, go get the monkey. And they went and got the monkey. And they gave it to Armando. Armando was watching the monkey for about a week. And Joey came in one day. And Armando's ranting and raving. And Joey says, what's the problem? He goes, the monkey's throwing shit all over the place, right? So Joey says, get the fuck out of here, throwing shit all over the place. And the monkey threw shit towards Joey Gallo. Joey went crazy. He wanted to kill this monkey. Want to shoot this monkey, but he had no guns on him because he couldn't carry no gun. He was screaming to go get a gun. Larry comes over and calms him down and comes down. He says, I want the monkey out of here. But so they bring the monkey back up to this guy. I think his name was Georgie. He had a store in the city. So
you could take that, man, and
I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes it back to his guy in the city, and about 2 weeks later, hold on.
The guy, what's he got? An exotic pet store or something?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
He deals with exotic pets.
In the city.
is at this time is Mondo a made man?
No, 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 no. Man's a midget.
Yeah, but still, man,
I
I've
mean,
heard crazier things happen,
yeah,
man. I've heard
you're right.
crazier things happen.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No, he wasn't a made man. He was Frank Punchy Iliano's cousin. He was related to one of the guys in the crew, Punchy, which was a high-ranking guy. That was his cousin. I think Punchy's brother and Mondo's father were brothers, so they were first cousins.
yeah,
So anyway, they had a club on the block and like that. And this guy George, I think his name was Georgie, calls up again. He says, "I got a lion cub." So hey, Joey says, "Oh, we're gonna go get it." So Larry and Joey ride to the city. They got this little cub, and they put it in the car and they drove back and they gave it to Armando. And they told Armando to take care of it. So Armando would walk it on a leash down the block, come out of the club for weeks and stuff like that, and then keep it in the basement. And in downtown Brooklyn, you had these brownstone buildings, and in the street they had these cellar doors that open up. So you used to keep the cellar door open up with a screen in there. For years ago, they used to drop coal there, and in the turn of the century, whatever. That's what it was.
yeah. And then they'd be down there shoveling it into the
Yeah.
furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these stores had that. So they had a netting over it, and the line had a smell coming through it all the time, because it was getting bigger and bigger. At one point, Mondo couldn't walk him no more because he was as big as Mondo.
Yeah, but it was cool with Mondo, right? He would
he loved it.
hanging out with the lion all the time.
It was a pet. They would kiss him, but it was getting too big, and Mondo couldn't handle him no more. So Joey, before he got rid of him, a few people owed money, so we used to go rattle the chain in the basement, and the lion cub, whatever it was, used to come running up near the netting and stuff like that. It scare everybody. Guys used to owe money. If you don't, I'm going to show you down the basement. The stink was down there. Everybody gets scared and make sure they pay the money. And for a little while, and then he just couldn't handle no more. And Mondo called up the guy who brought it down. Says, I can't handle no more. And they took and the line was gone.